Hello, I'm showing you how to make a meal now, you can keep like for up to 5, 6 days in the fridge, but only taking out what you need. And it's a bit hot. It's like a chili, so it's as hot as you want it to be, really. So I'll show you how I do it now. Hang on. So I'm having sweet chilies, scotch bonnets, garlic, courgettes, aubergines. I mean, personally today I'm using 2 aubergines and see how much fits in the pot. I've got a few courgettes here. Some garlic, onion, where is it? Here, onion, and how much meat is this? 232 grams of meat. So I'm going to start now by washing the veg. Hi, I'm back. So, veg is washed. Here we are. I start doing the chilies. So what I do is, because the seeds, they're like here, so I cut, can you see? I cut about here, cut it in half, and I get rid of these little white lines. I get rid of those. Seeds. See, all this inside I cut out. And here, because I don't want to waste anything, I just cut around it. So no waste. See, it comes out quite clean. So I'll just be cutting this now, and then I'm back. So the chilies are now cleaned. So now I'll be cutting them in little stripes. Okay, that's done now. See, as smaller you cut them, as longer they last, as further they go, kind of thing. You know, cost of living in mind. So next, the courgettes, I don't peel them or nothing. I literally just cut them, or you could go in half, or even like that. Hang on, yeah. Just have them like that, and just cut them like that. Or on here, just cut. So you can have different shapes in the pot as well. It's quite nice. So, and with aubergine I do exactly the same thing. I mean, this is quite a big one, so I cut it in half, cut the end bit off. Hang on, here we are. So I don't peel them or nothing either. Just cut along there and make little cubes of it. So okay, veg is cut. There's quite a lot. That and that. So that's the aubergines, courgettes, and the sweet chilies. Now, scotch bonnet. They're very hot. So I cut them open, and I'm going to cut out all of the white inside, because especially the white inside, it's very, very hot. That's like an uterus, you know, where its seeds are kept. It's the plant's protection. Woo. But you don't need to put them in. You can use the other chilies, or no chilies at all, if like the hot ones, if you don't like them. I personally like them, and I think it's part of the reason why it keeps in the fridge like a few days, 5 to 6 days. Do not reheat, just take out what you need. But yeah, I think that's part of the whole conservation thing, but obviously I don't know. So I'm doing this now. So, then the Scotch bonnets, like I'll be cutting them short now. Here's some onion, and here's a few toasts of garlic. I stick 5 in there, half an onion and 3 Scotch bonnets, but you don't have to stick to that. For me, it's part of the recipe and I like it a little spicy, but a little bit of onion and maybe some pepper and garlic would do, I guess. But personally, as I said earlier, I think the hot chilies have something to do with why it lasts so long in the fridge. So I'm doing this now. Now comes the meat. I couldn't find diced beef, which was like cheap enough, so I just bought a piece like that. So I'm going to cut it in as small as possible cubes to make it look like it's a lot more than what it really is. Doing this now. So meat is cut. It looks like it's a lot more. So now I'm gonna get some oil, put it in this big pot here, and start frying the meat together with the garlic, onion, and the chili, the Scotch bonnets. Right, I'm testing if the oil is hot enough by putting a bit of onion in. Not quite, but we're getting there. Oh yes, can you hear it? Oil is ready. So I'm adding all this now. And I'm adding the meat with it. That's my salt. Oopsies. To open it. Get this open a minute. Right, done. Okay, I personally like this salt. It's called Pink Himalayan Rock Salt from Aldi. So stick a little bit of salt in it. Not too much because we want a healthy meal. I'm waiting for the meat to be slightly brown. Looks like that in a moment. Yeah, when you cut it small, it looks like it's loads more than what it really is. And with the cost of living and everything, I mean, we don't really need that much meat. So this is a nice stew when it's done. It's mainly vegetables, but what I do is I stick a beef stock cube in with it, just to give it this extra bit of richness. Oh yeah, for cooking, I prefer to use olive oil. Okay, because it's going to be stew, this is good enough. I'm going to stick veg on now. So I'm going to start with aubergines and courgettes because they cook the longest. Just whack them just on top because I don't want anything burning. I will add a bit water. This is not hot, that's just this normal tap water. It's just in the kettle and it's just next to me, so I'm using that. Just a little bit. Then the rest, aubergines, oops, on top, and the chilies are last. All of this will shrink in the pot. It's a bit full in a moment, but it will all go down. Just to be safe, I add a little bit more water. Right, I let this cook for a bit and I'm back after. So this is still cooking. It's not even cooking as yet because it's quite a lot. I just wanted to say, thank you for watching my things, my channel. So, my channel is really about everything, what I see or what happens during the day. If it's interesting enough or if I'm doing something interesting enough, I will upload it. Like this recipe, it's a lifesaver if you haven't got much money. Small piece of meat these days, far too expensive, but you can get it for less than £4. The veg, I buy wonky veg, cheaper. Yeah, so cost of living, it's a big thing in the moment, so I possibly come up with more recipes which last a long time. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to say. So that's what my channel is about. Not all the pets on the channel are my own. They're also friends' pets, you know. But if it's something nice, like the mum and the kittens is from a good friend. I don't personally have any pet in the moment. I work, and all my cats and dogs died of old age. So when I retire in 3 years' time, that's when we will have a dog again. Right, let this cook and I'll be back when it's down a little bit. So once this is cooking, I will add a soup cube. You could add a veggie soup cube as well. I add a beefy soup cube just to give it a bit more, like a chili kind of taste. Right, back in a few minutes. Cooking away nicely now. So I'm gonna it's on 4 now, so I'm gonna turn it down to 3 and let it cook for a little while longer. Alright, that's what it looks like now. You got a little bit of juice now, so I'm gonna add the soup cube. That's a beef soup cube. I'm just gonna stir it in and let it cook a little while longer. So what I do now is, you don't have to, but it's nice to do. I've got some leftover kidney beans, so see this has gone down quite a bit now. It's got the soup cube in. So now I'm just gonna add the kidney beans because they were left over. I may as well use them. And to give it a bit more color, this is called chili con carne. It's a cooking soup from Aldi. You don't have to use it. You can use I've got one here, like pasta sauce or just tomato, anything will do. But this is just to give a bit more color. And I'm going to stick this in with it. Gives it a bit more nice taste too. Just going to whack the whole lot in. It tastes nice with or without it. It's quite a big pot now. This little bit of meat does go a long way. So, and what I do is, because I don't want any waste at all, I put a bit of water in that glass, swirl it out, and in it goes. So now this I'm going to cook on a low temperature and just let it cook for a long time. As longer as better. See? That's what it's like now. Right, I'm going to put it down on number 2 now. Remember, I started number 4 on the cooker, then number 3. It's gone right down. So now I put it on number 2 and let it just go. You can let it like leave for a couple of hours. As longer as the fuller taste. Right, that's what it looks like now. I'm just gonna let it simmer for a little while longer. So it's almost done. Looks great. Quick taste what it's like. Turned out very nice. So I've got some boiling salt water here. You can eat the meal with potatoes, rice, noodles, spaghetti. I've chosen packing some of these noodles here. Pasta. So I've got some boiling salt water. I'm gonna add those to the water now. I don't do too much because the pasta doesn't last that long. It only lasts like 2 days in the fridge, I think. So, and I never mix it. So what I do is I have the pasta always separate. Then I keep this in the fridge and I only take out what I need to heat up. That's how it keeps so many days. Another option obviously would be take some portions out and freeze them. That's just as nice. So while this noodles, pasta, is cooking, I'm leaving this without the lid on so it can reduce a little bit and thicken up. That is what's happening right now. It's still on 2, so that's good enough. It's been cooking for some time now. As I said before, as long as it cooks, so much fuller the taste. What I do with the pasta when it's ready, I will wash it with hot water to wash the starch out, and then I keep it in the fridge. It's nicer keeping it in the fridge that way. But pasta I would never keep longer than 2 days. Rice is really dodgy. Rice is best made fresh every day, really. Okay, back in a little bit when the pasta's done. Okay, here we are, the pasta's ready. Starch is washed out. This is ready. So, get a little bowl. Having a little bowl here. Let's put a little bit of pasta. Oh, it's hot. A little bit of pasta on. Pasta. A little bit of this on top. I hope you enjoyed that. It's really easy to make. It's very cost effective. Thank you for watching my channel and until the next time. Bye bye. Have a good day.